Warning, this video contains team selection and captain choices which some viewers may find offensive.
Hey guys, and welcome back to FPL TV. Before we check out my team, here's a quick update on Game Week 31 and the fixtures that are set to be rescheduled due to the FA Cup results over the weekend. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Game Week 31 was set to look like this. However, this game week is being played on the same weekend as the FA Cup quarter-finals, and with Brighton, Watford, Palace, Wolves, Man City and United all progressing in the Cup, this means their Game Week 31 fixtures now need to be moved. So, Game Week 31 has now become a small blank game week with just 5 fixtures to be played. Be sure to keep this in mind in the build-up to this game week. The likelihood is that these postponed fixtures will be rescheduled for the following game week, which would then mean a big double game week 32, but this won't be confirmed for a few more days. I'll be sure to do a fixture watch episode in the coming weeks once more information is released about these double and blank game weeks. So let's move on now to my team review. With Game Week 26 ending a while ago now, let's quickly breeze through how my team performed, where the lads picked up an underwhelming 57 points. It was a score that was bang on the average, and was yet another week where not owning Aguero or Sterling really punished, which was made even more painful by owning Leroy Sané, who again didn't feature. This meant the out-of-form Richarlison came into my side for a bog-standard 2-pointer, as did budget option Omar Niasse for the absent Marcus Rashford. On the positive, my new signing Son made an instant impact with his late goal, but it wasn't enough to end my terrible run of red arrows lately, and gave me a whopping 10k drop to 32,000. That's now 6 red arrows in 8 game weeks, and my team has been in quite a rut since Christmas, but hopefully I can turn things around in the coming weeks with good planning for these blanks and doubles. So let's move on to blank game week 27 now, and check out my team selection for the upcoming weekend, a game week where Man City, Chelsea, Everton and Brighton don't feature if you didn't know already. As of yet, there's no confirmed transfers for my side, but with Leicester, West Ham and Newcastle all avoiding blanks this game week and also in Game Week 31, there's a few options from these teams I'm considering as preparation for these upcoming blanks. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what moves I'm going to make yet, but Pereira, Chilwell, Anderson, Arnautovic and Newcastle's Shah are all strong considerations for me. Another thought of mine though is that putting so much focus on blank game week 31 could be a huge mistake for me, as I still don't own Aguero or Sterling, and I think despite their upcoming blank game weeks, it could be criminal to ignore them from game week 28 onwards. Following this weekend, they face West Ham, Bournemouth and Watford in their next 3, and with me in desperate need of some differentials at the moment, Raheem Sterling at just 10% ownership could be someone I'd like to get next week. So any move I make in this game week 27 will be made with this potential Sterling move in mind. This is completely unconfirmed, but the transfer I'm leaning most towards at the moment is Luca Digne going out and Ben Chilwell or Fabian Schär coming in. Leicester's Ricardo Pereira is the much more favourable choice, with him offering a better attacking threat. But unfortunately for me, if I do opt for Pereira, I'm then priced out of my plan to get Sterling the following week. So if I am keen to get Sterling, then Chilwell or Schär will have to do. The alternative to get Pereira and to keep my Sterling plan intact would be to get rid of Van Dijk instead, so that's another option I'm weighing up currently. Be sure as always to check the FPL TV Twitter page before Friday's deadline though, because there's lots of other options I could make, and there's much to consider with all these blanks and doubles approaching. If I do make the Luca Digne for Chilwell move, here's how my team will line up for blank game week 27. It's certainly not a great looking lineup, especially with United and Liverpool facing each other this week, but at least it's 11 fielded players considering that 4 teams don't play in game week 27, and it's a squad I still have some high hopes for in the coming weeks. Despite Matt Doherty being on a yellow flag, I'm still hopeful that he'll start this game against Bournemouth, and with Wolves being the second highest scorers in the last 4 game weeks with 11 goals, both Doherty and Jimenez could deliver something here. As for the bench, my only playing option is Cardiff's Omar Niasse. Initially I brought him in as bench fodder, but there's a chance I could start him over Wan-Bissaka this week. Man City's Leroy Sané stays in my team for now, despite most managers already selling him, and with him having a blank fixture this game week. It's definitely a risky strategy to keep hold of him, but it's a gamble I'm willing to take, and I'm hoping he can deliver some big points following this blank week. And with so many already selling him, he's basically a differential for me now. As for the armband, I'm not overjoyed with my captaincy options this week, but Heung-min Son of Spurs appears to be the best shout away to Burnley. I don't think it's a great fixture, considering Burnley are improving and have remained unbeaten since Tom Heaton returned in goal, but they've still only kept the 1 clean sheet in their last 6, and with Son in form he could still do the business here. The only other consideration of mine in this potential lineup would be Paul Pogba, who personally I would favour over Salah this week. Paul Pogba's only blanked once in FPL since Solskjaer took over, so that's fantastic consistency, and I can see him being as hungry as ever to deliver in this massive derby. So that's how my team could look for blank game week 27, but as I said, anything could happen to my side in the next few days. So be sure to check the FPL TV Twitter page for any confirmed transfers and final team lineup before Friday's deadline. And if you didn't know already, the deadline is on Friday this week, so be sure not to miss it. Good luck to all of you for the blank game week 27, FPL responsibly, and I'll catch you all soon.